So, are you the star of the show? Are you the star of your own Truman Show? Are you the superstar in your movie, the lead actor, the lead actress? Or are you the villain? Or are you just a supporting character with very few lines and other people leading you and you following, the lead characters around and just being in the background? Which character are you in your movie? To be or not to be? That is the question. Welcome to A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And today, I'm going to discuss the possibility that you are in a movie, that your life is a movie. I'm not saying that it's phony or fictitious or made up, but looking at it from that angle, you are the one making it up. You are the writer. You are the director. You are the main character, right? And you get to write how you want your life to go. Do you want it to be a good life? Do you want to be an exciting life? Do you want to have car crashes and guns going off, and sirens blaring behind you? Or do you want a love story? Or do you want that Hallmark movie, right? Prince Charming gets the princess gets her Prince Charming, right? Living happily ever after. What role do you want to play in your life, this movie? Have you ever considered that? Let's look at how your life is a movie, right? You go through life and everything is based on the circumstance or situation, just like it's written in the movie. The actor walks through the door, swings it open and yells at the boss, take this job and shove it, whatever, right? How are you writing your movie? And are you even cognizant that you're not even a part of your own movie, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, do you have goals? Are you setting goals for your life? Do you want to have 2 or 3 children? Do you want to have a great job and get promotions, right? Do you want that house? Okay, so are you writing that script? Or are you letting somebody else write it for you, where now you're in an apartment that you don't want to be in, paying electricity and rent, and the water heater bursts, and there's no air conditioning, right? That's somebody else's script. Somebody else's apartment that you're living in, right? How about that job? Is it the job that you want, or is it the job that you need because you need to make money to pay that rent, right? In that case too, who's the star of that show? Your boss, your co-workers, right? That computer that you sit on all day, if that's what you do, or that customer that comes in and wants to return everything they just bought. Think about it. When you're in that role, you're the participant. You're the supporting character, and sometimes you're an extra. You're not even in your movie for very long, right? You don't have any speaking parts. Does that make sense to you? It makes total sense to me, and I got that clearly this morning. And just look at it from this perspective. When you go to a movie, you go to be entertained, right? And you go through the emotions, the highs, the lows, with the main characters, with the supporting characters, with the love interest, with the actress, right? And you go on that journey with them, right? But there you're just observing this movie, and some of the stuff in the movie seems very true to you. But are you allowing that movie to dictate how you should live your life? Do you want to live that life that actor is living? And if you are, that's okay. But just know that you don't have any role in your life if you're doing that. You want to be like a Kardashian? Why? Because they have money? Because they have Botox and whatever else they do to themselves? because they have these lavish lifestyles. That's their movie, right? What's your movie? You don't have to get the Botox, right? You don't have to have the muscles and go to the gym 24/7. You know, you don't have to starve yourself on these diets and these fads. You don't have to wear the clothes they're wearing. You choose what you're gonna wear. You write your own script. Isn't that a cool concept? But it's the truth. You know, who's directing you every day? Is it your wife? Is it your parents? Is it your boyfriend, girlfriend? Is it your children? Is it your boss? Is it that guy in the street who cut you off, you know, and made you angry? Is it that girl that you're chasing that you're never gonna get, but you have this ego and you want to, that's your perfect girl, right? Because, you know, she dresses pretty and, you know, she's beautiful and all taken care of, right? Well, maybe that's unattainable, right? That's just a movie. Now, you can write that script to make that happen, but just like the actors, when they get their scripts, they don't just go on camera and start, you know, saying their words. No, they practice. They research their roles, right? Sometimes they get really deep into those roles. They have to get, you know, fitted for makeup and hair and the clothing that they're going to wear. And then they have to take these pictures, and then they have to do table reads. And then they have to get their coach, right? If they have a speaking coach to learn different dialects, if that's what it takes, right? They have to do work. You know, they're talented and all. You know, memorizing lines is the easiest part of that movie. And what you don't realize behind the scenes, if you don't know anything about filmmaking, it's boring. Half the time, it's all the key grips and all the production people running around, right? And getting the lighting right and getting the props right and all of that stuff. And then the actors walk on stage, do their lines, maybe do it a few times, and walk away to their next call, right? When they have to hit that mark. They have to stand on that mark and say their lines. Well, that's how life is like a movie for you too. You can get stuck in a rut, right? Where, you know, you're at the 9-to-5 job, you're, you know, you have your children you're taking care of, and your wife or your husband. You know that you have to eat at some point, and you got to make food, or you're going to make reservations, or where are you going to go, plan a family vacation, if you can do that. Right? Did you write that into your script? Or did you write into the script that I have no money, I can't go anywhere because I don't have any money, I'm not working at the job that I want to work at, I'm in my mother's basement, or, you know, and still living with my parents, which is not a bad thing. But you get to write your script. Life is a movie. Who do you choose to be in that movie? If you choose to be The Rock, or if you choose to be Gwyneth Paltrow, or whomever is out there now. I don't watch movies anymore, but then you're still being that character. You're still being that supporting actor. You're not the lead. You have to want to be the lead. You have to write your script every day, right? That's called planning. So you wake up in the morning, what do I have to do today? Not, oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do that. No. Do your morning exercise routine if that's what you have your coffee, relax, right? And ease into your day, not waking up, boom, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. No, write your script. What do I have to do today? Where do I have to go? What's on the calendar for today, right? Do I have to go to that job? Great. Is it a job that I don't like? No? All right, let me start writing a new script, right? What can I do? What do I like to do? Let me do some research, right? Let me get my resume together. Let me talk to some people. They may know some people in this industry, that industry, right? You have to take action. If you want to change your script and rewrite it, because as most writers of movies and plays and books will tell you, they rewrite and rewrite and edit and change, right? You have to be flexible with your movie. So it's good to have a framework for that movie, right? The storyboard, right? Where you have everything planned out. But then as you're filming your movie or writing your script, you go, oh, that really didn't work. That's not going to work. What else can I do? How can I change? How can I change my thoughts, right? Because words are thoughts. So now instead of saying this line, go, no, that doesn't fit where I want to be. It's negative. I don't want to be in that low vibration. Let me change that to positive words, right? Write your script. And I'm not saying that you literally have to write everything down, but it helps, right? That's goal setting. That's intention setting. That's, where spirituality comes in. And in the corporate world, that's a structure, but it's not just corporate world. Plenty of spiritual people who do what I do and do other things and coach and yoga, they have their plans and they stick to them until those plans don't work anymore, and they shift them, right? And they change. So what this video is all about is telling you that you're in a movie, and we're literally in a movie when you think about it. Look at how we're interacting with people, how we're going about our days, how we're letting things influence us, how sometimes we take a back seat, sometimes we lead, right? But most of the times we follow. We're not the lead actor. It's time that everyone become the lead actor in their movies and start creating the roles that they want, and then choose their supporting cast, right? You don't have to have that negative person in your life if you don't want them there, right? Raise your frequency and they won't align with you, right? You can write them out of your movie, right? Figure out what does your cast look like, right? That's part of the law of attraction too. When you write it down, who do I want in my life? What person do I want in my life that's going to fulfill me, right? If you're looking for a relationship, man or woman, get detailed. Blonde hair, blue eyes, waist size. You don't have to get that crazy, but personality, right? How will that person interact with me, and how can our personalities combine so that we have a healthy relationship, right? Not just a one-sided, lopsided, narcissistic relationship or victim mentality relationship or abuse relationship. No, one where we're both involved in a relationship, making decisions about our future together and how that's going to look, and conceding, right? You have to have concessions, but you have to script that out too. Who are we going to have children? Are we going to have daycare, right? All of those things you have to write into the script, to the details, right? In the movies, they say, okay, so-and-so character enters through this door and looks left. It's very specific. You have to be specific with your life. Now, you may say, well, that takes all the fun out of it. Well, if your life isn't fun right now, then maybe this may bring some fun into your life, right? Because it's exciting. And the more exciting part is, let's say you use the law of attraction and you start writing these things down and put them out to the universe, and with the feelings, you do everything that the law of attraction asks you to do, plus you become the participant, and you're interacting in it, right? To make it happen. You're planning, you're taking the steps, you're recognizing what's keeping you back, right? Then you move forward. That's you building that manifestation, and then it'll come to you. But you have to plan, and you have to put some work into it, just like your life. You have to have a goal. You can't sit back and let somebody pay your student loan. And it's nothing against what's going on in the world right now. I did hear about it, but I have no skin in that game. I paid my student loans many, many years ago, and it took me 10 years to pay it, but I did it, right? It built my character. If you're always waiting for a handout, then you're in somebody else's movie. You're not in your own, and you could be the villain in that movie because you're angry at that person for keeping you down, for not giving you enough lines. Well, if you write your own script, you don't have to depend on anybody else to write those lines for you. And guess who your executive producer is? The Supreme Being, right? So you go to the executive producer to ask for more money for your movie, right? Bigger budget, more props, exotic locations, right? That's how it works. That's how movies work. That's how life works. And who's your director, right? Could be you, but think of it from a spiritual aspect. It's your higher self, your eternal spiritual soul, right? It's directing you, right? Now that the script is written, now it's directing you, right? So that you can make choices, right? The choices aren't going to be bad, but if you make a different choice, then you have to rewrite that part of the script. And, it may be longer, or it may be shorter, or it may end sooner than you want it to. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying my movie, and I'm writing it. I wasn't in my past. Quite honestly, I followed quite a bit. I was a supporting character a lot, and I was one of those guys in the background, just mouthing like I'm talking to somebody else in the background. For a long time, I was, but now I see it very clearly. I'm writing my script. I'm in Texas right now. I'm leaving in a couple days. I'm going on to my next, and I've written that script. Now, along the way, I'm going to have to rewrite, right? But that's a part of it. But it's an adventure film, right? I'm going to be climbing mountains and meeting people and taking leaps of faith and getting out of my comfort zone and allowing the people to be in my life, the supporting cast to be there, right? Not holding on to them, not clinging on to that person that doesn't really exist, but aligning myself with the person that I scripted to come into my life, or the people, right? It could be for a minute, it could be for a year. Today I happen to be at an auto parts store, and this guy, when we walked in together, said hello to each other, and we wound up in the same aisle, so we just started talking. And he goes, well, this isn't a coincidence. And he's a religious person, he's not spiritual, it doesn't matter. But I said, no, there is no such thing as coincidences, everything's a synchronicity. We were meant to meet for these 5 minutes. And it tickled him to death. He loved it. And we stood there and talked. He's a disabled vet, or he's a veteran, and then he's putting stuff out on his social media, not YouTube videos, but he's putting out inspirational messages on Facebook or IG or whatever he uses. But see how that worked? I didn't necessarily write him into my script, but because I'm in alignment, with his thought process and the same energies, we met. We came together, we talked for 5 to 10 minutes, and that was it. He went his way and I went my way, and I was happy. It just happened that I'm going to cook for some people tonight. He was going to go home and cook for his family. We had all these cool little things that, to me, it's not a coincidence, and I'm not surprised because I allow these things. To him, it was like, oh my God, how did this happen? So, man, my movie is very cool for me. Create a movie that's very cool for you, right? And put all the people that you want into it. I'm just, I'm not saying this specific person, because maybe that specific person isn't meant to be in your movie for a long time. Maybe they have a, 2-minute, speaking part, or they're the guy on the scooter driving by, whatever, right? But allow that and be grateful for it. Again, your movie has to be gratitude. It has to have all the elements, but it doesn't have to be negative, and it doesn't have to be violent, and it doesn't have to be scary, and it doesn't have to end with somebody dying, miserably, or somebody in lack, or somebody that hates their job. Doesn't have to be that type of movie. They can show those movies all day long on TV and the internet and Netflix. And if you want to watch those movies, go for it. Now you're the observer, getting led by these people. It's time to stop being led by other people and start leading your own lives. Become the lead actor. Become the movie star that you're meant to be in your production. All right? It's so cool. So I hope this message brings you clarity and it resonates with you as well. I had a good time making it. And if you're stuck in that movie, right now, you're stuck in somebody else's movie. Now you've got that clarity going, oh my God, I'm not the lead actor at all. In fact, I'm nowhere in my movie, but it's my life. And you need some guidance, right? All I can do is guide and inspiration to get you to become the lead actor of your movie. I am a spiritual transformation coach. Here's a link to my website. Check it out. Hit me up for a 30-minute free decompression session where we can just see where you are in that movie and help you start planning, right? And writing your script so that you can take it back, right? And become that lead actor. Even though you were cast as an extra, the director saw something in you and go, oh my God, we need to make this person the star of the show. So become the star of your Truman Show. And if you haven't watched that movie, check it out. There's a lot of truths in there, but that's for another video. And please give this video a like, share it, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I bet a lot of people don't see life this way. And it's not about look what what I'm telling you. It's cool. So make your own life, do it your way, be the star of your show, and have an amazing day.